They say life has a funny way of coming full circle. And for one arrogant banker, karma came knocking at the worst possible time. Years ago, inside a busy bank, Mr. Peterson, a senior loan manager, sat behind his large wooden desk. He checked his watch impatiently, tapping his pen on the desk. A man named Ravi walked in, neatly dressed, holding a folder of documents. He smiled politely as he sat down. "Good morning, sir. Thank you for seeing me today. I'm here to apply for a business loan. I've prepared all my documents, financial statements, and business plan. My business is growing, and I need this loan to expand." Mr. Peterson barely glanced at the documents before leaning back in his chair. He looked Ravi up and down. "Ravi, that's an interesting name. Where are you from?" Ravi remained calm and professional. "I was born and raised here, sir. My parents are originally from India." Mr. Peterson smirked, tossing the documents onto his desk as if they meant nothing. "Right. And you expect me to trust a foreigner with a loan?" Ravi was taken aback but stayed composed. "Sir, my credit score is excellent, and my business is profitable. I meet every requirement." Mr. Peterson shook his head and chuckled. "Listen, I've been in this business a long time. I've seen people like you come in with fancy paperwork, promising big things. And then what happens? They default. They disappear. My bank doesn't take risks like that." Ravi, still firm but respectful, replied, "With all due respect, sir, I have a proven track record. My business is stable, and I've never missed a payment on anything. I'm only asking for a fair chance." Mr. Peterson leaned forward, his smile fading into a smug expression. "Look, Ravi, let me be honest with you. I don't trust foreign bankers. Maybe you should work harder instead of looking for handouts. That's my final decision." Ravi gripped his folder tightly and took a deep breath, forcing himself to stay calm. He nodded slowly and stood up. "Thank you for your time, Mr. Peterson." Mr. Peterson waved him off dismissively as Ravi walked out of the office. 5 years passed. Ravi never gave up. He worked twice as hard, built his business, and eventually became the CEO of his own financial firm. His nameplate now read, Ravi Sharma, founder and CEO. One afternoon, his assistant walked in. "Sir, we just received a loan application. It's from Peterson Financial Services." Ravi paused, his pen hovering over a document. He looked up slowly. "Peterson? As in Mr. Peterson?" His assistant checked the file. "Yes, sir. The company is struggling. They need urgent funding to stay afloat." Ravi leaned back, tapping his fingers on the desk, lost in thought. Life truly had a way of turning the tables. Later that week, Mr. Peterson walked into Ravi's office. He looked much older, more tired. His confidence from years ago was gone. "Ah, Mr. Ravi, it's great to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about your success." Ravi gestured for him to sit. "What can I do for you today, Mr. Peterson?" Mr. Peterson cleared his throat. "Well, my firm has hit a rough patch. The economy has been tough, and we need a loan to stabilize things. We have a solid plan to bounce back, and I believe your institution is the right place to help us." Ravi nodded slowly, flipping through the file. His expression was unreadable. Declining revenues, high debt, and several missed payments on previous loans. "Your financials don't look great, Mr. Peterson." Mr. Peterson chuckled nervously. I know, but business has its ups and downs. You understand, right?" Ravi set the file down and folded his hands. "I do. In fact, I remember sitting across from you years ago asking for a loan myself. My financials were solid, my business was thriving, but you told me you don't trust foreign bankers." Mr. Peterson's smile faded instantly. He shifted uncomfortably in his seat. "I don't recall saying that. Times were different back then." Ravi cut him off, his voice firm but composed. "Yes, they were, and I remember exactly how it felt to be denied, not because of my qualifications, but because of who I am." There was a long silence. Mr. Peterson looked down, ashamed. "Now, you sit before me, asking for my trust, asking for my help." Mr. Peterson swallowed hard and nodded slowly. "Please, Mr. Ravi, without this loan, my company, my employees will suffer." Ravi's expression remained calm, but his answer was final. "I understand, but like you once told me, I don't trust this deal." Silence filled the room. Mr. Peterson's face crumbled. He looked completely defeated. "Is there anything I can do to change your mind?" Ravi stood up, buttoning his suit jacket. He looked down at Mr. Peterson, his expression unreadable. "No, the decision is final. You can see yourself out." Mr. Peterson sat there for a moment as if hoping for a miracle, but none came. He slowly stood, nodded stiffly, and walked out of the office with his head low. Ravi watched through his office window as Mr. Peterson exited the building, shoulders slumped. He took a deep breath, then turned back to his desk, picking up his next file. Karma doesn't forget. The way you treat people today might determine the doors that open or close for you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. See you next time.